Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Chuck, and today I'd like to talk about the Gibson 1968 Les Paul Custom reissue of the Black Beauty Fretless Wonder. I've been lucky enough to own 4 Gibson Les Pauls. Always wanted a Gibson ES175D. I don't know if they even still make the Gibson Steve Howe model. But the Les Pauls are all great guitars, but they made one guitar in 1968 reissue called the Black Beauty Fretless Wonder. And it was the reason they called it the Fretless Wonder. I'm reading an article by Drew Jacks, a guitar hobbyist and newly minted guitar tech by the way of Summit School of Guitar on Vancouver Island, offered his services for a local chamber of commerce. It was a dark and stormy Christmas Eve when a stranger showed up at my front door with an old guitar case, recalls Jock, a team leader for the Canadian Mental Health Association, as well as a certified laughter yoga leader trainer by a day guitarist Tech at Night. I didn't know they had a laughter yoga leader. Okay, well, let's skip all that. The first thing I thought about the guitar was, who was the idiot that filed down and rounded all the frets? Oh my God, people do that. At this point, being a rookie, he had no idea, as there's probably not a lot of people that know either about the Fretless Wonder, or its peculiarly low frets. But that soon changed as he dove into the history of this particular Gibson Les Paul custom reissue. Initially thought the guitar was an original run custom. The owner didn't have a year nailed on the guitar, so it's basically early 70s, and it was just so dusty. But after cleaning it up and doing a little homework on the instrument, I soon realized that it was much more than an ordinary vintage Les Paul. Through his research, Jock used the serial number on the back, the headstock, which didn't have the Made in USA imprint, and the fact that it had no neck volute, to narrow down the guitar's origin to the late 60s. The USA, quote, stamp and volute were changes introduced in the 1970s models. Other anomalies of this guitar were its one-piece mahogany body capped with a multi-bound maple top and a one-piece mahogany neck. The 1969 custom model switched Alexa, stop. The 1969 custom model switched to a 3-piece mahogany back. One more time, the 1969 custom models switched to a 3-piece mahogany body with a maple cap and a 3-piece mahogany neck. The rest of the features on this seminal reissue are a direct nod to the 57 custom, except the reissue had gold Grovers while the 57 had deluxe Kluson tuners. Also, the headstock pitch is 14 degrees instead of 17, and it has amp-style volume and tone knobs. According to 1968 Gibson shipping ledgers from Kalamazoo, this model was the first 68 Les Paul custom made available to the public following their introduction at the June 1968 NAMM show in Chicago. Gibson only built 433 of these particular instruments, and God, I wish I never got rid of the one I had. I knew it was a great guitar, but when you're young, dumb, and stupid and needing money, that went down to the local guitar shop. So I really, really miss that guitar because, like they said, it had low frets on it, and it was so easy to play versus, not that Gibsons aren't easy to play, but This Les Paul was in another league. Why companies get such a great guitar? They'll build 433s of them. I don't know if they think that it's not a good guitar, so they have to do a run at it, or if it's like a custom car company, they make so many of the run, that's it, you're good to go. This particular article carries on with the original Gibson Les Paul Customs were made from 1954 to 1961, when they were replaced by a double cutaway growler simply called the SG. When it was originally introduced in 1954, the Custom had several appointments that differed from its founding father Les Paul model. The first Les Paul Customs featured a Honduran mahogany body with a mahogany top, the new Tune-O-Matic bridge design, and a new Alinco V magnet P480 neck position pickup, and matched with a lower output P90 in the bridge. By 1957, most Customs were built by two Seth Lover design pickups, built with two Seth Lover pickups, but some models did feature three PAF pickups, although the guitar still only incorporated the Gibson three-way pickup selector switch, not enabling all the guitar's tonal possibilities. So the Black Beauty and the Fretless Wonder were given nicknames to this instrument because of its rich contrasting body, color, and low, nearly undetectable frets. Its original price tag was $325, a whopping $100 more than the Les Paul. So what did Jock say when the guitarist came back for his axe? Did he lie? Did he offer to buy it back? Or did he simply say quiet? Actually did none of the above. When the owner came back for the guitar, he sat down and showed him a PowerPoint on his findings. Jock recalls the conversation went something like this, and that's pretty much where the article ends. So that's a little history on Gibson's Les Paul Black Beauty Fretless Wonder. And that tells me that Gibson Les Pauls originally once went for $250 back in 1957, which was probably about a lot of money considering a loaf of bread was a nickel. Peace.
So it was a dark and stormy Christmas Eve when a stranger showed up in my shop with this for a string change. So it was a dark and stormy Christmas Eve when a stranger showed up. So it was a dark and stormy Christmas Eve when a stranger showed up in my shop with this for a string change and a setup. And when I opened the box, honestly, my very first reaction was, what idiot files frets flat? I had no idea that there was such a thing as a Black Beauty fretless Wonder, and I'd never seen frets like that. So I started doing some research, and the more I dug, the more interesting it got. If you know the story, they stopped making these in the early 60s, and then British rock gods started showing up and asking for them, and thought, well, we better start making them again. And what it is a Les Paul Black Beauty fretless Wonder, or a Les Paul Custom. And at first I thought it was from the 50s, because I couldn't find the serial number, but then in the right light, if you look just right, you can see the serial number. And what's important here, it's not saying made in the USA, it's just the number. And the number is 899585. And more research, they reissued this at the 1968 North American Music Manufacturers Show in Chicago, Illinois. And Les Paul custom ordered 3 for that show. And what he asked for is the gold witch hat knobs. He said, my guitars will look better if they got gold knobs instead of black knobs. So, with the serial number and the witch hat and the story, this is the 1968 North American Music Manufacturers Les Paul Custom. I wish the guy would come back and pick it up.